Hello everyone, I'm Black Marvin for Ghosthack, and today let's talk about FL Studio's preamp plugin. All right, to be honest, how this video came to life is at first I wanted to talk to you about some preamp plugin I use, but what I don't want to do too much is, hey, look at this paying plugin, hey, look at this paying plugin, and always point to you as a plugin that you are really cool, but if you don't own them, that's another thing that you have to grab and to get your setup going. Of course, there's a lot of great plugins that you really have. You know, you get all what you paid for while using them. So before making the video, I told myself, what if FL Studio already has a preamp plugin? And it turns out there is, and it's called Fruity Blood Overdrive. And just before diving really into that plugin and into like the preamp plugins, I want to talk what is a preamp and why the fudge would you need a preamp in a digital setup. I already talked about that in another video, but really a lot of the plugins we have on the market, what they are trying to do is actually recreate what analog gear does, or recreate the analog gear behavior. So in, let's say you had a like a physical setup, analog setup, and you would have a microphone or a guitar, and before actually having it in your console, you would need a preamp to preamplify that signal and to get it ready to be recorded and enter the console or being processed in some ways. Um, and what that preamp would usually do is, like a lot of the analog stuff, some of them would add color, some of them would add a specific behavior to the sound, and that was sought after. So really, this plugin was under my nose all the time, but didn't realize that it was there and what actually it was doing. So, and I even read that it is gonna have a non-linear response, and it's gonna act like it's gonna have some kind of vacuum tube behavior, which is really cool. And this is what I'm talking about when I mean like that it's recreating some kind of analog behavior, right? So it adds something to the sound, and we're gonna check this one out. And it's a fairly simple plugin. You're gonna have the preamp knob. You can go from something really soft to an actual saturating or actual distortion. Um, the angle of this video is really soft saturation, so it's really adding just a little bit. And again, it's a disclaimer: if you watching this on cell phone or laptop speaker, you're not necessarily going to hear what's happening. But I recommend you use good headphones or good studio monitors. So, Blood Overdrive, you start with the preamp. This is the main knob. This is how much you're gonna push the signal into the preamp, into the plugin. So the more of that you have, the more distortion it's gonna create, or soft saturation. Well, you can go to really subtle stuff to really distort it, like right here. Of course, multiplied by 100, it's a lot. So yeah, you push your signal to the preamp, and the post gain. You're gonna like a lot of like compressor or sound enhancing plugin. You want to take out what you push. So there's gonna be the gain is gonna increase. You want to take that out. Well, that is if you just want to add the distortion or the saturation, but you could also just leave the gain like this, and assuming you're gonna take care of it later in your signal flow. Also, pre-band is gonna apply some sort of filtering on the signal before it runs to the preamp. Color, it's gonna change the coloration of the sound. And finally, post filter. It's gonna filter at the it's a low pass filter. It's gonna filter it after it's been preamped. You could use this one as if you want to make the signal a bit warmer, feel a bit warmer. Usually, stuff that has less high frequencies tends to be felt or heard as warmer. So we can check that out. To demonstrate that, I have this little loop I made with Serum. It's just like some plucky bass, I would say, with a square. That wavetable, by the way, is coming from the Ghosthack analog wavetable that is soon going to be out very, very soon. So this is coming from that. That is the actual sound. Very, very simple, because that the point is not really sound design inside Serum. So let's check what Blood Overdrive does. The signal is a bit hotter. It's a bit warmer, and you can hear it starting to just distort a bit. I'm going to show you what I meant with the post filter too. For ending this video, just another example to demonstrate my point. This is coming from the Mega Drums. It's a funk break, so it's a drum loop from that pack, the Mega Drums from Ghosthack, and it sounds like this. So really, like sounds like an acoustic source or acoustic style drums. This is the Blood Overdrive. There's a little bit of preamp. There's no oh yeah, just a little bit, taking off a little bit of the post gain, and the preamp is at like 0.057. You can see it's there's just a little bit, and I'm gonna turn it on, and you can see what it does. So much more audible difference in this example. It gives presence to the drums. This one is less in the distortion behavior, while with the synth it was more like almost getting a bit grittier and warmer. But this is just gives presence. And with this plugin, you could just have it just load it there, and without running it through the preamp, just by running your signal through the plugin, it would actually add something. Okay, that's how it works. So now you can use Blood Overdrive to excite your audio and to color your audio, and it's right inside FL Studio. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more of content like that by myself or other Ghosthack producers, and I will see you in another video. Cheers.